In the province of Settsu, where morning mists drift above the rice fields and the mountains hide behind veils of cloud, there lived a samurai named Hiraoka Junichi. He served a minor daimyo, and in his youth was renowned for his mastery of the naginata spear. But the years passed, the wounds of battle ached more often, and now he spent most of his time at his home on the edge of the village, teaching young warriors and tending his garden. One spring morning, Hiraoka was returning from the village with rice and tea. The road led him past a bamboo grove, where he suddenly noticed a small bundle of feathers by the roadside. It was a sparrow, barely alive, with one wing hanging limp. The bird trembled and gasped for breath. "Little creature," Hiraoka murmured as he bent down, "what brought you so far from your flock?" The sparrow answered only with a faint chirp. The samurai gently lifted it and tucked it into the folds of his haori. At home, Hiraoka made a nest for the bird in a basket lined with soft cloth. Each day he brought it grains of rice and water, and in the evenings he would sit nearby watching it peck at the food. Weeks passed. The sparrow's wing healed, and soon it hopped around the room. Hiraoka opened the window, hoping it would fly away. But the sparrow lingered, fluttering to the windowsill only to return to the table, where a small cup of rice always waited. "You have grown used to easy food," said Hiraoka. "I wish to return your freedom, but perhaps I have stolen it instead." The bird grew bolder with time. It plucked rice directly from the samurai's bowl, scattered grains across the floor, perched on his shoulder, and tugged at his ear. Sometimes it woke him at dawn with loud chirps, demanding to be fed. One such morning a neighbor came by, an old monk named Enshu. He saw the sparrow brazenly pecking from Hiraoka's dish. "I marvel," said the monk, "that a great warrior has become the servant of a sparrow." "I saved him from death," Hiraoka replied. "You saved his body," Enshu answered, "but you have broken his spirit. Where there is no trial, there can be no respect." With these words, the monk departed, leaving Hiraoka deep in thought. A few days later, Hiraoka carried the sparrow in his hands back to the bamboo grove. The bird did not resist, but when released, it flew to a low branch and cried out, as if demanding its old life be returned. The samurai bowed, turned, and walked away without looking back. The road home seemed strangely quiet. That evening, a student came to him, a young man named Kenshiro. He told Hiraoka that his elder brother had once again gambled away his money and was asking for another loan. "You have given to him before?" asked Hiraoka. "Yes, many times," Kenshiro admitted. "He always promises to change, but he never does." Hiraoka poured himself tea, took a sip and said, "Do you know that I recently released a sparrow? When I found it, it was weak and helpless. I meant to help it. But by feeding it every day, I caused it to forget how to live on its own. It ceased to value what it received and only demanded more." "You mean my brother is like that sparrow?" Kenshiro asked. "Yes," Hiraoka nodded. "When we replace a man's own path with our gifts, we do not help him. We rob him of the chance to grow. Pity is a sweet poison. It eases pain for a moment, but poisons the heart for years." Kenshiro was silent, eyes fixed on the floor. "Remember this," Hiraoka continued. "Help is true only when a man is ready to fight for himself. If he sits with an open beak, waiting for you to bring him rice, your kindness becomes his chains." A month later, Kenshiro returned. His brother had once again asked for money, but this time he refused. The brothers shouted, cursed, and called him cruel. "It hurt," Kenshiro confessed, "but I remembered your words. And you know, he left in anger. But within a week, he had found work at the harbor." Hiraoka smiled. "That is how it should be. Sometimes the only true help is to release someone into the bamboo grove of their struggles. There, if he truly wishes to live, he will learn to fly." A year later, Hiraoka once more walked that same road by the grove. He heard chirping and saw a sparrow, or perhaps its descendant, with gleaming feathers and swift wings. The bird flew close, but did not land on his shoulder. It chirped once, then darted deeper into the grove. The samurai paused and said softly, "So it should be."